Most people don't know this, but not being authentic has some serious dangers to it. And those of us who do realize it, only realize it when it's way too late. Welcome to the BU channel, where we do a deep dive into personal development and look at it through the lens of authenticity. I am Safiya, author of the book BU, Your Life Depends on It, the original volume, and the Transformation Journal. Now let's talk about the 5 dangers of not being authentic. Let's go. Number 1 on the list is feeling unsafe or anxious. Now, there are many reasons, of course, that you could feel unsafe or anxious, but not being authentic is definitely high on the list. By not being yourself, you're inherently rejecting yourself. You're communicating to your mind subconsciously that being you is unnatural, unsafe, wrong even. And this kind of cognitive dissonance can manifest as anxiety. And if you don't feel safe in your own mind and body, then you can't expect to feel safe in the world at all. The second danger of not being authentic is feeling uncomfortable in your own company. Being left alone can be a very painful experience, especially if you've spent a lot of time avoiding that. Knowing deep down that you're not being true to yourself can bring up feelings of shame and insecurity. You may think that by avoiding time alone, you're also avoiding those feelings, but in reality, those feelings are bubbling just beneath the surface, waiting for you to finally face and embrace your true self. The third danger of not being authentic is loneliness. Now, as I just mentioned in the previous point, not being authentic can make you feel uncomfortable in your own company. But even more than that, it can lead to chronic feelings of loneliness. Now, the way I see it, loneliness can be caused by 2 things. Number 1 is being unable to connect well with yourself. And number 2 is being unable to connect well with those in your environment. And that can manifest as either not having many or any relationships in your life, or the relationships you do have are unfulfilling and of a poor quality. Now, of course, if you have a poor relationship with yourself, then naturally that would lend itself to you having a poor relationship with others. This is a big danger of not being authentic. The 4th danger of not being authentic is attracting the wrong people. How you portray yourself to the world ultimately determines who is attracted to you. And if you're navigating situations wearing several different masks, then different people will be attracted to those different masks. But if you are wearing these masks, you're robbing other people the opportunity to get to know the real you. And if they don't know the real you, how can they accept the real you? How can they grow to love the real you? And of course, that has a knock-on effect to the previous points that I just mentioned. The 5th danger of not being authentic is burnout. Suppressing who you are on a daily basis can be a little bit tiring, but if you multiply days by weeks, by months, by years and years, then it can get exhausting. I mean, you're having to navigate putting on masks, taking them off. Between then, when do you really get to relax? Wearing yourself out like this can take its toll and will manifest as burnout when you least expect it. Okay, as a bonus one, I had to add this onto the list, is losing your purpose. I believe that what gives us the most guidance as to what our true purpose is who we are by nature. You know, the things we like, the things that draw us the most, the things we're passionate about, the things we're the best at. But when we distance ourselves from our natural gifts and our values, we're also distancing ourselves from our purpose. And being authentic is the only way you can connect with your true purpose. You are specially created with your gifts, your talents, your thinking pattern. And if you're distancing yourself from all that in an attempt to fit in, then you'll forever be lost in your purpose. If you made it this far in the video, remember to like, comment and subscribe, and share it with someone else who you think needs to hear it as well. Always remember, Be you. Your life depends on it. See you in the next video. Bye.